The moment Amara Johnson stepped onto the gleaming jet, she could feel the stares. First-class passengers, dressed in polished suits and designer scarves, eyed her as if she had walked into the wrong world. She was tall, elegant, with dark skin that glowed beneath the cabin lights, her braids pulled neatly into a bun. She clutched her ticket in one hand and her small leather purse in the other. But as she reached her seat, a sharp laugh cut through the murmurs. "Excuse me, ma'am," a flight attendant said with forced politeness, blocking her way. "First class is up here." She pointed to the seat numbers, smirking, as if Amara couldn't read. "I know," Amara replied softly, showing her boarding pass. "This is my seat." The attendant barely looked at it before muttering under her breath, "Unbelievable." Another stewardess joined in, whispering loud enough for nearby passengers to hear, "She probably can't afford it." Mistakes happen all the time. Several passengers chuckled. The sting was sharp, but Amara kept her composure. She had faced worse than this. Just never so publicly, never while simply trying to sit in the seat she had rightfully paid for. As Amara lowered herself into the plush leather seat, the whispers didn't stop. A man 2 rows ahead shook his head and muttered, "First-class standards are dropping." Even the pilot, passing through, raised an eyebrow before walking on. But the humiliation didn't end there. When champagne was served, her glass was left empty. When warm towels were handed out, the tray skipped over her. And each time she politely requested service, the attendants rolled their eyes, making a joke of her presence to amuse the other passengers. Still, she stayed quiet, not out of fear, but because she had learned the power of patience. Hours later, turbulence hit. The cabin jolted violently, and panic spread through first class. A young boy in the seat across from Amara began to cry, his mother frozen in fear. Without hesitation, Amara reached over, unbuckled just enough to comfort him, and spoke with calm authority. "Look at me, sweetheart. Breathe with me, you're safe." Her steady voice soothed the boy, and surprisingly, the other passengers too. Even as the plane rattled, Amara's presence radiated a calm they desperately needed. For the first time since boarding, every eye was on her with respect, not ridicule. When the turbulence eased, silence filled the cabin, and then, the captain's voice came over the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our descent, I'd like to extend a special acknowledgement. We're honored today to have on board the woman who made this very flight possible. Please join me in welcoming the CEO of this airline, Ms. Amara Johnson." The cabin froze. The same flight attendants who had mocked her stood paralyzed, their smiles collapsing. Passengers who had sneered moments ago now fumbled with apologies. Amara rose slowly, her dignity intact, her calm composure unshaken. She looked around at the sea of shocked faces. The crew, red-faced, rushed to her side. "Ms. Johnson, we didn't realize," she held up her hand gently, silencing them. "No," she said softly, her voice steady, carrying through the cabin. "You didn't, and maybe that's the point."